Hello everyone, it's Bernadette Simply Be Fluid Art from Cape Town. It's spring in the Southern Hemisphere, and my bloom painting for you today is inspired by nice fresh greens and beautiful sparkling white blooms inspired by these arum lilies. So I'm getting my canvas ready for you. I'm laying down my pillow. It is house paint. I'm using a white Durham wall sheen, low sheen house paint for my pillow, and I'm laying down about 450 grams of that house paint on a 30 by 40 centimeter canvas. Now I'm just stabilizing the spinner so that the canvas doesn't twirl around as I lay down my colors for the background blowout, because I want to do this background today in those beautiful fresh greens that I've shown you at the beginning of the pour. So I'm starting with I think that was an olive green, yes. Then on top of the olive green, I'm laying down a sage green. The green you see me doing now is a green yellow, and then that will be followed by a parsley green. All local brands, so you can find the color that matches the colors that I use with the brands that you are able to find in your country or wherever you find yourself in the world. I'm just using fresh greens and a black cell activator. Now, the cell activator has dried a little bit, so it's formed there we go, a little skin. Just loosen that a bit so that the activator is able to be squeezed out of this bottle. Now, tiny amount of cell activator, about a half a teaspoon on each of those puddles, and then I'm using the air pressure from my blow dryer just to spread the cell activator around over those greens. And once I've done that, I'm going to be spreading the green colors over the white pillow. So just skimming the surface of that white. I'm not blowing it into the white, I'm blowing it over the white, and not really pushing it very far, because I actually want the spinner to do most of the work for me. So just getting the cell activator over the colors is my main objective for the background, and then I spin it out to wrap around the all four sides of the canvas to give me a beautiful background that is going to hug my bloom flowers. It's going to accentuate that bloom flowers. So I see lots of people doing background pours to blooms, and I'm really enjoy seeing all the new creations that's coming out on the channel these days. So I've spun it out. The background is wrapped beautifully around all four sides of the canvas, but I'm not happy with all of the negative space. So I'm going to be adding another puddle in the greens again, once again, and then I will be blowing that out, giving it another spin to really, get most of the canvas covered for a background. Now, why am I doing so many puddles for the background? Because my bloom flowers today is going to be beautiful white blooms today with golden centers accentuated by that black cell activator to give it a beautiful composition, not only composition but depth and an expression and character. And that's what I love about blowing out these blooms. So spinning it out to spread out that extra puddle, and then I'm going to be laying down all the whites accentuated with a beautiful beige as well as a gold metallic. But I'm going to start with a pearl white. You'll see me lay down the pearl white first. And the reason why I'm doing a pearl white and then the titanium white, because you can't put white on white. It's not going to show up. So I'm using the pearl white as a buffer between the pillow paint, which is titanium white, and the titanium white that I'd love my blooms to be. I hope I'm not confusing you, but if you just keep watching, you'll see exactly what I do. And you can follow along and you can do this at home yourself. It is absolutely beautiful when you blow out those blooms. It's meditative and it is soothing and just so beautiful. The technique, a dance with blooms, really a really nice solitary time just between you and your canvas. So once I've got the puddle laid down, I did a pearl white, then I did the titanium white, then I added a beige, and then I added the gold metallic. Black cell activator on top of that gives my centers such a beautiful accentuation. And now I'm blowing out and spreading out the petals, really blowing out defined, beautiful, soft, translucent petals. And once I'm done with that, I'll grab my skewer stick and then I'm going to do some separation and defining or splitting of the petals. I've been doing this forever and a day. I've got so many bloom flower paintings for you in my playlist. Please go and check out my playlist on the blooms and you will find all my paintings that I've been doing since 2021 when I started doing bloom flowers on backgrounds. Now, the skewer helps me to define and separate the petals, and then I'm going to add two more tiny blooms to this painting just to finish it off. So I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel if you like what I'm offering you and you find value in it and you really feel inspired by it, then please hit the subscribe button and join my channel. I do weekly videos on bloom pause. I also do ocean life. I also do nature inspired, abstract fluid art. You name it, this is where you will find it. And I do it in a narration that you are able to follow. And I do it tutorial style. So I share my process with you so that you can feel inspired and gain some confidence to try this at home yourself. There I'm laying down the two extra bloom puddles on this canvas, and then I'm going to top it off with a black cell activator, just a tiny bit, about a quarter teaspoon or 3 drops of cell activator. You don't need a lot for these bloom flowers. You don't want it to overpower your bloom because you really want that beautiful luminous petals. Now I'm using my portable um, air inflator or my mini air inflator. It is USB powered, but you know, you can take it anywhere and you can do blooms even if you're on holiday. So I'm using the pressure from the mini air blower to give me a nice mini flowers. I'm not able to use my bigger blow dryer because it's too powerful for that mini puddles. So invest in a nice portable air inflator or air blower so that you are able to do mini bloom flowers on your canvas as well. Once again, I am separating the petals to give it a beautiful shape, and then I'm going to give it a gentle spin in both directions. And the reason why I'm doing this is to help that bloom now to expand, to help it to grow on the canvas, really giving it a beautiful organic shape, and also to get rid of any excess paint that is still on the canvas. Now I'm ready to give you your close-up Just look at the detail. The spiral center is what I love to do. It's a signature in some of my blooms. I don't always do it, but I go by feel and I go by what appeals to me on the canvas. And today I wanted that one big bloom to have a spiral center. I hope you'd enjoy this video with me, and I'll chat to you on my next one. Bye.